Hey folks, Robert Geistlinger here, Arcane Wonders, and I'm joined by
Dustin, also Arcane Wonders.
what you work here?
I I voluntold to work here. I think I don't know.
No, uh, that joke is tired. I'm not going to use it anymore. Anyway, so we are going to take a look today. I know many of you asked to see the solo mode for Raas, A Dance of Love, a game that Dustin I know is near and dear to your heart as well as is mine. Um, and as I've said in the comments a few times that we've talked about, that it's still being finished up. So what you're going to see today is using our test environment for it. So they are not the components that have been added for the solo mode are not the final components. They are mock-ups, obviously. But Dustin is graciously volunteered to play it with us. Keep in mind, as said, this is still the core is all done. We're just tweaking a lot of the math on it. I know Dustin, you beat it earlier,
I did
and so that immediately told me that the points are too high and needs to be
very
fixed
much so.
because you should lose every time.
I'm pretty good at making board games. I'm not so great at playing them.
That's fair. That's fair.
So if I'm beating this on my first time out, just need to balance things a little more.
Right. And I think Dustin, now's a good time for us to talk about before we jump in. Who designed the solo? Because Mahir and Shailene, the designers of the game, didn't actually design the solo mode. They brought in somebody else. Dustin, you want to tell us who that is and a little bit about him?
A friend of the company, friend of Mahir. His name is Chuck Case. He is been a play tester on several of our titles, most notably Foundations of Rome. And you may be familiar with his name. You may have seen his name on some other solo modes at other points in time. I don't have the list in front of me, but he's done the solo modes for Nucleum, Agricola, and I know there's two or three others, and I promise in an update that I will list out everything that he does, all of his credits. But
yeah,
those were the ones that came to mind because I played those previously, and so I knew Chuck's name.
yeah. So I'm gonna real quick jump in because the other games is Tiletum, Perseverance, Weather Machine. He also, yes, he worked with David Turksey and his team a little bit on the Gardens of Ceres solo expansion for Foundations of Rome. That was the previous time that I had where he was working on something. So yes, he's this isn't his first time around, right? This isn't his first Raws festival. Can we start saying that instead of rodeos?
Yeah, it's not first rodeo anymore.
Because I mean, I've never been to a rodeo, but I've been to a Raws event. All right,
and I'm inverse.
Oh. Well,
yeah, I've talked to Mahir though about next year, so
sweet. So we'll get you your own dandiya sticks as well.
Sweet. I think I already backed that pledge level, so.
Well, so actually, this is a good time. We're going to be announcing it in the same update we post this in. So we are adding a few more add-ons to the campaign. One being, get a set of your own dandiya sticks with the game. I know, like when we've sat around playing, I love to have these in my hand. It gets me into the festive spirit. So you can get a set for just you, or you can get a set for every player at the table, a set of 6. In addition, we also, Dustin, I know you and I talked about this. We molded over, and we originally were going to do these as just convention items later and sell them later, but we decided to go ahead and open up the pins. So the enamel pins that take 2 of the dancers from each of the player boards and bring them to life in enamel pin. So you can get a set of your favorite 2 dancers, or you can get the entire set of 12. And the really cool thing about that is they were intended. We were going to be selling them later at shows and things for $10 a set, which is a great price for pins already. But during the campaign here, we're going to be selling them for $6 a set. Or you can get the whole set for, I believe, $30, Dustin, which is
it was like as if you only bought. Yeah, so $30. Let me do my math. Yeah.
That's why. That's wild. And I think you're the one that
uh,
decided that and overrode me. So I'm
yeah,
gonna let it
and
happen.
I come from a large corporation run by a mouse, and just those pin prices in general are astounding. So, but happy to do it. And now that I know if if we're able to get the pricing down to that, I'm now aware of how overcharged some of these other pins were back in the day.
Nice, nice. All right. Well, we've rambled on. People aren't here to see our faces.
It's true.
Let's go ahead. Let's go down to the TTS mod, and Dustin, walk us through what we did to set up.
Sure,
I know it's
sure,
already
absolutely.
set up, but you walk us through it, and from there we'll start walking through how to play. All right, so we are down at the table. So Dustin, walk us through
Amazing.
what
Awesome.
we're looking at here.
Yeah, so setup is basically the same as you would in a normal game of Raas. You're going to set up your board. You're going to randomize all the discs. We're using these big old dice right here, but obviously you'd have your dice setting out. What you're going to do is you're going to grab 2 dice from each color. You're going to set those aside just for a second. Lay out all of these. Right now, these are not the final design. Obviously, right. I think you could tell fairly easily that this is not what this is going to look like.
I believe these are the ones that Chuck mocked up for us, so
yes,
that we could use them.
But you're gonna shuffle the A, B, and C decks separately, and then you're going to lay out 5A, 5B, and 5C goal cards. And these you are trying to collect more victory points to kind of help you collect more devotion. So you are not collecting devotion like you would in the advanced version of the game. You are collecting devotion when you hit specific points on the VP track. Cool. So we've laid these out. Then we've rolled the dice. We, in TTS, stuck them into this bag to randomize them, pulled them out, and then placed them on all of the, however many that is, 12 total goal cards.
Okay.
Then we've taken, there are 6 in this bag. There are 6 tokens. Again, this is Chuck's design, so that's why they look like little tiny rectangles as opposed to what they'll finally look like. Shuffle them, randomize them, put them back out on the table at 20, at 50, at 85, and then you will also put them out at 125, 170, and then 215, but that's why they're not on the board yet, because you don't really set those up until you hit the 100 track. Right. Let's see, trying to think what else is different. Oh, there is one thing that I left just to do live. I've laid out our song cards for the game. Mm-hmm. When you are setting up, you choose an easy, medium, or hard. On easy, what you do is you start your rival with the level or the round 3 pit values.
So an easy
pit value of it, right? So you start on 5. That's
so in this one, the rival would start at 5.
Correct. If you are doing medium, then you take rounds 2 and 3, you add them together, and that's where they would start with. Right. So 8. And if you were doing the hard mode, which I will not be doing, you will start the rival at the total value of rounds 1, 2, and 3. So for this game specifically, they would start at 9. I think what I'm going to do is I would like to try for a normal game.
All right.
So I'm going to set our rival's starting devotion at 8.
Okay. And what is our objective here?
Our objective is to be more devout, is to have more devotion than our rival at the end of the game. But also secondary condition. Not only do I have to meet that, but at the end of the game, I also have to have completed a certain number of goals from each of the 3 levels.
Right.
So in a normal game, that would be 2 from the A level, 1 from the B level, and 1 from the C level. And when I complete those, normally what you would do is you would just put your one of your marker tokens on the card and then on the level, and then depending on what the round is, you get X amount of victory points, more for completing it earlier, less for completing it later. Some of the round B cards you can only complete in rounds 2 or 3. Some of the C cards you can only complete in the third round.
Right.
But there are others that you could possibly and conceivably do in the first or second round. And we'll go over that as we are looking at these things.
Right. So there is no restriction though. Like if I somehow
were able
start
to,
with a C, I could start with a C if it was at round one eligible.
Sure, if there was some way, shape, and form, but hold on, let me math real quick. There isn't a way that I could get all the way up to 9 on the love track in the first round, but I could conceivably, if I am very, very lucky with how the discs are spinning, could conceivably get all the way up to 9 on the love track in level 2.
Right.
Same where I would have to be basically 100% focused on it at all points in time, but there is a chance that I could move up to the 6th space on the dress token
right.
Scoring track. We've changed that name a few times. I had to think about what it was called for a second.
Dress token. Okay.
So that's when you'll see different levels there. And just very quickly, we'll go over from left to right, A down to C. What we're looking at for goals for this game are draft a die from 3 different discs in the same round.
Yep.
And then have 3 dice showing with odd pip values.
And that would be out on our player board.
Correct, on the player board. Have a pink 1, a maroon 2, and a yellow 3. And then have a completed...
Is that on a single dancer or just on my board?
That is just on the board. Yep.
Okay.
So have a 1, 2, and 3 on your player board somewhere. The next one over is a completed dancer with skill dice totaling 12 or more.
Okay.
And then the last one there in the A's is have 2 skill dice of matching color and pip value.
Yep.
Going down to the B's, that one I talked about very briefly.
Right.
But that has just reached the 6th base on the dress token scoring track. The next one is have 5 skill dice with the same pip value.
Ooh.
Yeah. Right. Have dice equaling exactly 24.
That's
and that again is anywhere on your player board.
Is that so? Question is that just so it's a question I think come up is could I have over 24, but I could say I had 7 dice and a configuration of 6 of those could make 24.
Correct.
That works as well. As
Correct.
long as I'm not making change.
You can have more dice than you need.
Right.
Your total dice could be 30.
Right.
But if you are able to, because say I overshot, I went from like having 22 to 26, but then I come back with another 2 die.
Right.
I can then make 24, even though my total value is 28.
Gotcha.
The next one over there is have 7 dress tokens.
Okay.
And then that final one is have 4 dice showing even pip values. So basically the exact opposite of what I'm trying to do in the A category.
But with 1 more die.
And with 1 more die,
yeah.
Correct. That one we went over. It's just reached the final spot on the love track. And then the final one is have 4 odd and 4 even pip value dice on your player board.
Well, that's kind of nice because if you're working towards A and B,
towards one, try and pivot, work towards the other,
it.
And then come back and maybe hit C as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the game plays basically the same as the base game, with one extra caveat of just after you check for your love matches, go over, check your goal completion, and see if you've done anything. And if it does, then you will complete this 4th step, which is just gain the VP that the card tells you, depending on what round it is. If the dice, this is why you put the dice on there. 1 of 2 reasons why you put the dice on there. So if a die happens to match either the color or the value, or both, of the card or the die that you just drafted, you gain 1 devotion, which is great because you are trying to beat the rival on devotion. And then you will set that die next or near your player board as a reminder.
I'm going to stop you right there, because that's going to be something more they're still working on in the advanced mode of the solo. We're gonna skip over that second thing you're about to say with the dice.
Okay.
Just for the purposes of this game. we'll come back to it later when when Chuck has solidified that, right?
The advanced. Gotcha. Perfect. Never mind. Forget I said anything at all. And then again, what you're going to do is you're going to rotate your chosen disc.
Okay.
So if I chose B, I rotate my disc one spot because I'm the only person who went there. So will always go. And then you rotate the center by the pip value of whatever round you're in. At the end of a round, you score exactly as normal. When you pass on a VP track any of the tokens, you read out that token and you gain devotion for X, whatever that token says. So just as an example, the first one here says, mirror the last die drafted. So you are looking for the opposite side of the top of the die that you just drafted. So if I drew a 1 purple, I will move 6 devotion because 6 is the opposite side, the mirrored side of the 1.
Right. And for those who, for some reason, don't know this on dice, it's actually really simple. If you take the two sides, the two opposite sides of a die on any d6, they always equal 7.
So let's see. And then, you play 3 rounds and then do your normal end game score.
Right. So before we dive in, you said we're trying to beat the opponent, the other rival at this Dance Academy. We're trying to beat them in devotion points. I know you talked a little bit about they get points when we complete devotion, depending on how early. Like the later we do it, the more points they get because it's assumed maybe they did it better than us. How else can they get devotion? And because it seems like...
Oh, that's true. Okay, so there are a few things, right? So when I complete a goal, I will gain the VP, and then they gain devotion equal to the round number. Right. So in the first round, if I can complete things in the first round, they will move 1 devotion. If I don't complete something until the second round, they will then move 2. And if I have to wait until the third round to complete something, they will move 3 on the devotion track. So every time I complete a goal, they are going to move up on devotion. It behooves me to try and complete goals earlier so that they move less spaces on the devotion track. And then anytime I would like to spend a dandiya stick, to say I don't like any of the draft zones, and I want to move 1 space to the left or 1 space to the right, I spend a dandiya stick, and since there's nobody to pass it to besides my rival, they will move up 1 space on the devotion track when I want to do that, and then I just discard that dandiya stick.
All right.
So
let's dive in.
Are we ready to dive in? Great. Looking at the board, I like, love match here. I like that. B's interesting. Nothing on here. Nothing on here. Got an E and F. Oh, and 2 on F too. I like both of those.
Did you randomize this, or did you?
I did randomize these. I did indeed. I think I'm going to go. I'm going to try and shoot for drafting a die from 3 different discs. And then also, if I can, maybe having 3 discs with odd values. So I think I'm going to draft from F.
Real quick, while he's doing the draft, I'm going to explain that because it's not in this mod yet, for the purposes of this play, we will just skip this space for right now on the love track, because that love track, we haven't, I think we were talking to Chuck, we haven't decided if that's going to just have a token that goes in that makes it a skip, or a token that slots in and gives it a new ability for solo.
Correct.
So for the purposes of this one, we will skip that space on the love track. For those who haven't really seen how the game plays beyond this, that one normally does something with your neighbors. Obviously, you don't have a neighbor here, so that particular love track ability doesn't work.
Great. So I grabbed that 4 blue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to a 3, which is what it lets me do there.
Right.
And then do my love matches. So I've got 1 here, and I got 1 on the other side, meaning I get to move up twice. I pull a random and a random. 1 out of 2 ain't bad for me.
No.
I will take this. I will just put him there. And then I will do this again, and I will move up 1 on that track, and I am going to move up 1 on the dandiya stick track.
Okay.
Checking my goals, I haven't completed anything just yet. Fairly obviously, if you were completing goals on your first turn, probably not balanced correctly. Rotate my disc, and then rotate everything 1. Going back, looking for more love matches.
Just got the ones here. 1 on C, 2 on B, 1 on A, it looks like.
It's a 1, and it's a different disc. That's not bad. That's not bad. I think I have to go with B. So I will draft my blue 1. I'll just slap him right here. I'm going to go random on my dress tokens and hope for the best, and the best did not happen. I put him here. I'll put you there. And then do my love matches here. And have I learned my lesson about not drawing random? No, I haven't. So I'm going to draw 1 and then 2. And I should have learned my lesson.
And what is allowing you to draw those?
So the third space on the love track is repeat the zone action that
Perfect.
you took. What I am going to do, because I know that I'm moving up another space on the love track, is I'm going to put that dress token there, move up again, currently in this version, skipping over this one, and I'm going to immediately change that dress watch for a blue.
Okay.
Those bags auto shuffle. Nice feature there, Robert. Well done. Okay, checking again for goals. I've not completed anything, I don't think.
You're getting close.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7 dress swatches. Obviously I haven't drafted from 3 different, and I don't have 3 odds at this point in time. So now I've drafted from B. I'm going to rotate this and then rotate this, and we are off to the races again.
Okay.
Now I would like there to be, let's see, let's think my way through this. If I draft from A, it's a 3, and that's not terrible. And it's a purple. I think I am going to do that. So I'm going to draft from A, so that I
really thought you were going to draft from C and use a dandiya stick and move over here.
But I really wanted to have...
and then get the 2 randoms back. But hey, you play your own game.
I really wanted to have a fab round.
That is true. That is a fab round.
Change that to 3, put that there. I am going to actually, even though I could score points right now
for those at home, the reason I thought he might go over there is because 1 is the song tempo of the current round.
It's true.
The dandiya stick, yes, it would have given his opponents only a point, right, a devotion, but he also then would have got the effect to draw a new dandiya stick, so effectively would have given him a little more points, I think, but he has made his choice. Listen, I think you're setting up for round 2, right?
I am indeed setting up for a larger round 2. I'm changing that from a 1 to a 3. Doing my 1 single love match. Oops, no, you know what? That was a not great idea. I'm going to pivot backwards just a second here, because it's still my turn, and that totally counts because I never took my hand off the thing. I'm not actually going to change a pip at this moment. I mean, I guess I can change that one. But I'm coming here, and now I'm changing 2 dice to the round value. Meaning I now have 3 ones.
There you go. That also works.
That does indeed. Now I have completed 2 of the goal cards. Let me
What you
just
got?
double check that I didn't forget anything. I drafted there. I done my love match. No. So, okay. Now I know that I drew a purple.
Yep. And that's an important thing. I noticed there are a lot of times in the goals where, or certain times things matter for the one that you drafted last. So one thing we talked about is when you're setting your disc out, keep that one out until you're starting another round. The same way, keep the last die that you drafted. You keep it kind of next to it, just so you definitely remember which die it was you drafted last when you're checking these, and then after you check them, slide it into place.
So I'm gonna go left to right here.
Okay.
I did have a purple die, and I drafted a purple die, so I'm just gonna set that purple die over there.
Okay.
But that gives me 1 devotion,
and of course,
which is super exciting. I'm gonna draw the
spoilers. There is something else that could happen with that, but we're saving that for a later thing.
I'm just gonna move this over here just so that people can read it a little bit easier instead of having to try and zoom in and out and look over on the corner here. This one says draft a die from 3 different zones, or from 3 different discs.
Which you
this
fabulously did.
I fabulously did that, meaning I score 12 victory points.
Yep.
And it is the first round, so my rival moves up 1 space on the devotion. I'm going to put that back and just flip it over because it's been completed. Now, I did draft. It was technically a 3. It was changed to a 1, but neither of those match the pip value nor the color of the die, so I don't get any devotion for that. But bringing this over here, I do have 3 dice that are showing odd pip values. So I get 12 more, taking me to 24. Before I go back and do the tile, I'm just going to move my opponent up to the 10 space because it is still the first round.
Yep.
Move this back over here, and now let us focus on... I have passed one of the devotion markers on the board on the 20 space. This one says, mirror the last die that I drafted.
Yep.
Now, the last die that I drafted was a 3.
Correct.
It was changed to a 1, but it was drafted as a 3.
Yep.
So I should be scoring 4 devotion for this. So I have moved from 1 up to 5, and I am moving this off the board.
Very nice.
Lovely. It is now also the final, it was the final turn of the first round, so I need to start scoring as normal. So if I look down here, I have 1, 2, 3 dice that show the round, and I get 2 points for each of those. And if my math is correct, that should be 6 points, taking me up to 30. Looking down at dandiya sticks, I have 1 at the value of 2, so that is 2 points. And then if I'm looking over here at my swatches, I have 2 for 1 point each, for a total of 2, taking me from 30 to 32 for the dandiya sticks, and then up to 34 for the dress tokens.
And so that completes your first round?
It does, but you know what? I actually didn't spin and spin. So now we are set up and ready.
All right. So, Dustin, real quick, we're going to do a end of round check-in with you. How are you feeling after your first round? I know the competition with your is fierce. So
how tense. I see what you saw earlier and regret not doing it. But I'm living with my choices. I am happy. I've completed the number of A's that I have to complete for the normal mode. I now need to be focusing more on B's and C's so that I can get at least 1 of each of those done. And I'm not horrified by how far back I am on the devotion track from my rival, because I'm fairly close to the next devotion marker on the VP track.
All right.
So I'm feeling average, a little hungry.
So I rate your round 1 performance as solidly adequate. All right,
I agree with you.
Let's get back to the table.
This was a solidly adequate play. Okay. Now I can get rid of my fab because I no longer need to mark those.
Yeah.
I'm no longer fab. What else can I spell though?
A
Bad
Deb. You
word.
could be
Bad word.
Deb.
Okay, no, nothing good.
Oh, you got Deb.
Let's
Bed.
see.
You could. Yeah, you could go to bed.
I could go to bed. Let's look at where my best options are. I am real close on the dress swatches. I do like that. So where is my best swatch options? And it might be C, because there's that love match there. Don't hate that. Could go over here. There is a love match here as well with a 5, though, and I want evens because I'm going to try and work towards that B goal. So I think, yes, I'm going to go to C this round. I am going to spend a dandiya stick. Goodbye, Mr. Dandiya Stick. I will miss you. Because I did that, and I'm now going to draft from this portion of the C instead of my draft zone. The rival does move up 1 devotion, which I don't like, but
oh wow! But I'm gonna stop you here.
Sacrifices must be made.
He's gonna move up 2.
Oh shoot, you are right. It is the second round.
2.
I don't know if I like that.
Well, it's a choice you made.
Actually, no, I'm sorry.
It's
you know
a bold
what?
choice, Cotton.
On dandiya sticks specifically, it is always 1 devotion.
Oh, is it?
Yes, yes. On dandiya sticks, it is 1 devotion. It is always just, I do need to remember now, he's moving up 2 anytime I complete a goal.
Okay.
Because we are in the second round. Okay, back to the actual game. This is a 2, this is a pink, and you're going to live here. Welcome to your new home. I am going to, if I randomly draft 2, I can complete this goal.
What do you?
But do I want to complete this goal right now when it's a purple and a 5 and I drafted a pink and a 2?
Well,
I think I won't.
I mean, as long as you randomly got like green or purple, you'd be fine.
I think I am going to actually dive in and find myself a blue.
All right.
Shuffle this real quick and then drop him in. That now gives me 6 out of the 7 that I need for this. So I like that. I now move, I do my love match. This one says, let me just get the actual wording. This one is score points, 2x the points for whatever the one that I just drafted was. Not great. I'm going to score 4 victory points.
Yep. That could have been better.
Could have been better. I could have gone to the 5 and gotten 10.
Could have gone to the 6.
But choices are made. Could have gone with 6. I really want to work towards the 7x dress swatches. Okay. End of the round. I have not completed any one of these. Let me do some quick math here and see how close I am to 24. 5. Okay, I'm close.
Yeah.
19 more to go.
Only 19.
Somehow
I feel like that one might elude you.
Spinning this one and spinning the whole board twice. Looking to see if maybe I can go with a swatch. That's there, but that doesn't help too much. Here, and I don't have any, I have to draft from here. Now I could go here.
You have to draft from there?
Yeah, I don't have any dandiya sticks to let me draft from another. What is this one? This one is roll a die, so it doesn't matter what the pip value necessarily is.
Wait, this one?
But I do want... No, I was looking at D because I want to complete dress swatches. But I'm thinking now, not the right turn to try and do that. Because I think you are right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft from E, even though there's no love matches. I will draft from E, though. Okay. Going here to the yellow. Grabbing a 3 yellow. Putting that down here. Changing one of these. I'll just change one of the... You know what? The purple. change that from a 1 to a 3 there. No love matches this round. Did not complete any of the objectives or goals I was working towards. Still pretty far away from that 24, so I'm at 6, 8, 10 total. Only 14 left now. But yeah, so spin this.
I would like to point out to everyone at home, earlier I really thought instead of the swatches he would pivot over to this one here, but alas, he has changed directions.
No. I have a master plan. I don't know what that plan is in the moment, but it's in there. It's bacon. I know this. If I draft from A...
Is it bacon or is it
that's
bacon
not
pancakes?
Terrible. That's 2 love matches and another 3. And what do these do here? I repeat the color and then I repeat the number. Oh. So that would be me repeating scoring for 6, which isn't terrible. And then the number of 3, which is repeat that thing, which would give me 4 dandiya sticks, which would give me more options to do. 2 to 4 dandiya sticks, which isn't terrible.
Not at all.
I think I'm going to do that. Even though maybe not the best. That I'm going to draw 2 dandiya sticks randomly.
Not too shabby.
Not terrible. We'll go there and there. Checking for my love matches. We've already discussed this, so I'm going to do the color first, which is moving me up 6 from 36 to 42. And then the number value, which is repeat this. And I am just going to go random again because I'm feeling lucky. And not the worst. Not the worst. There, and I'm going to go there. Any goals completed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still no. Still no on the number of die. Definitely not on the dress token point track there. And I certainly do not have for showing a pip value, so that's not great. Spin this once, spin this 2. Oh, you know what? I have been spinning it twice, not 3 times this whole time. I apologize to the players at home.
Oh, you cheated. You're a cheater.
I know. I certainly did. I was so focused on the rival only moving 2
that you did not. You didn't hit the 3 like a normal.
That I didn't hit 3 on.
So for those at home, his mistake here, what he messed up is during the first turn and the second turn of this second round, he should have spun the whole dance 1 extra turn. Obviously, that has changed what you have done, but we'll let it go since, again, this is... sometimes when you're filming these things, you forget to take a look and you make a little mistake.
Also, we've lived with this game for 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. You've probably lived with it longer because when I came here,
I could penalize you. I could penalize you by taking this 3 out and putting a 2 there, and messing up your whole scoring.
Nothing.
But we're gonna be nice to you, Dustin. We're not gonna do that.
Finishing the thought. So we've lived with this game for 3-4 years. Iterations and different, as we've developed the game, certain rules change, and we saw Tom do it, right, and other people who have played this game, like we saw Rado, right, make a couple of small mistakes in his Klingon titles, subtitles cleaned up. He's seen this game for 2 years at different Dice Tower events. Tom has seen this game for 4 or 5 years, and rules change and tweak and all that kind of stuff. So,
hey Dustin,
apologies for messing up on the final rules. But,
hey, Dustin.
Yeah,
I'm going to point out though that rule has never changed.
Listen. The rule for the
it's fine.
The rule for the rival has changed.
I know.
Score, so
it's fine. It's fine.
I was focusing on not messing that up.
What we're going to say is we're going to put on big bold text on the final version of the video, Dustin's a cheater.
Dustin messed up.
Don't be like Dustin.
That works. I've not scored any new goals,
No.
so we move on to the third round.
Of course, had you actually spun it, maybe you would have.
That is probably correct.
Because there were times in that last round I heard you say,
I'm sorry,
I wish I had a dandiya
We have to do
stick.
scoring. I haven't actually scored. We got off top
Yep.
and we were chatting and I totally forgot. Okay, so
right.
going down here, I've got 1, 2, 3 times 2. That is 6, which will take me to 48.
So close.
Coming back to my dandiya sticks, I got 1, 2, 3 times 2. That is another 6, which will take me past this next one. Oops. 2, 4, 6.
Go ahead and collect
We'll
this.
pause here. This one says roll a die. I'm going to take one of these ones that I had from earlier. And we're going to hope for a big old 6. Shocking. I move 6 spaces
Dustin's
on this
a cheater.
track. Yep, very much. But that ties me up with devotion, which is really nice. I'm feeling a little better after round 2, even with a couple of questionable choices.
Still got a score.
And then down here, I've got 1, 2, 3 for a big whopping 3 total points.
4.
Where's my 4th?
You're doing the dress watches?
1, 2. Oh no, yeah,
dress
you're
tokens?
right. You are correct. Huzzah! So I think that takes me at 57.
You really,
58.
You really should invest in some scoring for those, buddy.
What I need to invest in is a calculator so that I can.
All right, so that's gonna complete the second round.
That is, the second round is now complete.
All right, so let's cut over. First off, Dustin, I can offer you this calculator if you'd like.
Brought to you by our sponsors at Calculator Plus.
Actually, brought to you by IKEA's children's section.
If IKEA would like to sponsor this episode,
if IKEA would like to sponsor literally anything I do, please send an email to sponsorme@arcanewonders.com.
It's now a good time to mention, look at all those lovely storage things you have in the background, also from
IKEA. I'm gonna get a lie to you. 90% of the furniture in this room is from IKEA.
That is the couch you got over in the corner.
Yep. All right, so
Dustin, the only thing maybe that chair that you're sitting on was not IKEA.
Yes, this was not. But I do have the heat going on the chair right now. It's real nice. Dustin, how you feeling after a little cheaty there? How are you feeling?
Listen, I am fed up with my bad play.
Those who aren't looking, I'm gonna let them see what you've done. You've done.
Oh yes.
Fed, and I was then you fed did
up
bad.
with my bad play.
Solid.
But I feel like I'm gonna be back in round number 3.
All right, but this time, you're gonna remember you have to spend 5.
5 times. 5 times.
This is round 3. All right.
All
right. We've checked in with your opponent. He's feeling confident that they are going to crush you.
I am.
They said that your dancers have 2 left feet, and
this is true.
And don't wear anything but gray. Like, what are they? Like, what is this?
Shades of gray.
Right.
Like 50 of them or so.
Now, all right. So let's switch back over to the table, and you take us into round 3.
Sure. Round 3. Here we go. I do have some dandiya sticks that I could spend if I don't like things on here, but I think what I'm going to do, I do not mind. Well, but it is purple. That's not helpful. This 5 is actually probably my best. Probably my best. Or this 5. This 5 would work as well. And there's a love match, which would take me to my C. The only thing that I don't like about that is it doesn't match the pick value or color of the die on the goal itself. But I think, unless I'm mistaken, that is my best option in the moment. Yes, I'm going to go with C. I'm going to draft this 5. I'm going to put him here, which lets me repip one of these to the current round. So I'll do that guy right there. And then on my love match, I will go back to...
Love match?
Indeed.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to go back to...
The start?
This, which is great for me, because that means that I can change. These guys are good. These good. These are good. I'm going to change out this dress.
And for those at home, what is taking you back to this?
So once you've reached this 9 spot here, you return back to either the color or the pip value, which actually, this is the only place I could have gone.
Right.
Of the die that you drafted that round.
Perfect.
So now, where was I? I'm now greatly confused. Here we go. This guy goes here. This goes back in the bag, which auto shuffles because when you put it in the bag, it does that. This dancer's looking great. Love everything about this dancer. This dancer's looking fine. Love these for bonus points at the end. This dancer, probably doing a little more flirting than they are learning, because they're not learning any new rhythms. They're not learning any new tempos. But we're gonna
to paraphrase Alan Jackson for a minute. They've got the rhythm, and he's got the blues.
Ooh, that's something you did. That is absolutely something you've done.
That is something I did. I don't know why that came into my head.
That does complete this. I do not get anything for the die that was on it, but I do score 24 points, which is an amount, 62, and then all the way up to 82. So that's how I do the maths. And then it is the 3rd round, so my rival
what is your
moves
total?
up.
What is your total dice value right now?
That's what I was about to go
I don't
count
think you're there yet, because let's see.
I'm at 10. I'm at 16. I'm at 19. I'm at 22. Thank you very much. But I am very close on...
You are. Because you got the 1 and 2. You could make change, so...
I'm very close on both of those. I am still very far away on dress token.
I don't know.
Being near 6.
You know, Dustin, I'm going to say, because I've seen you play the regular game a lot.
Yeah.
This has been a much different experience watching you play, because you normally, versus me, you would normally invest heavy in those scoring tracks.
Oh, yeah. I will only have 1 dress token on my board, but dang it, I will be at the 12 on scoring for everything.
Right.
Yeah, I will have 1 dandiya stick and run 1 dress watch, but it will get me 12 points.
Meanwhile, I'll have like 9 dress watches, dress tokens that match, and score 9 points.
Correct. Yeah, this is very strange for how I normally play, but I'm still feeling decent with where I'm at versus where my opponent's at. Now he's jumped ahead a little.
He has. He's got a 3-point
and he's about to jump ahead 3 more when I complete one of these. But I'm feeling good still.
Right.
I need to spin this, and then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So at this point, you've got to make sure that when you're picking up tokens, that you're definitely optimizing it to get more than 3 points each time. Otherwise, they're just going to stay in front of you.
This is correct.
So you need to keep that. Something you got to keep in mind here is, depending on what tokens you're picking up along the way, he's in round 3, which means the opponent's going to be scoring 3 points every time he completes, which means you have to score more than 3 points on at least one of those.
Correct. No pressure. Let's see. So if this must be riveting TV as I'm sitting here thinking.
I mean, listen, while you think, I could cheer you on with the dandiya sticks again.
That would be great if you could do that.
Listen, I'm glad that we discussed giving everyone the option of getting dandiya sticks. I know because I know we were giving it to those who are potentially joining us for the Learn the Dance Live with me here at Dice Tower West. But man, I when I play the game, I love having these, and these were obviously the ones that Mahir gave me as a present last year at Essen. By the way, shout out this year at Essen for those who will be there. Mahir and Shailene, the co-designer, will be at Essen as well. Mahir will be running demos of this game in the booth. So if you're going to be at Essen, which I know a lot of people are, I saw that they sold out, it looks like. Come by, take a look at the game, give it a shot.
Yeah, it's
magical
one,
on the table.
The show's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But two, yeah, I've not had both designers in the room at the same time, so we've met both of them. It's either been Mahir or Shailene. I
don't think I've met Shailene.
Have I? It was 2 years ago. They were somewhere. All right. And it was very anyway. Okay. That has nothing to do with this. I'm going to go to E.
You're going to go to E. Okay. What you doing at E?
E is going to give me a 4 that is green, which is helpful for this dancer. It is going to give me a specific dress swatch, which is also going to let me complete, and we'll just put it on the same guy there. It will let me complete the dress swatch.
Yeah.
I don't get a devotion, which is frustrating, but I felt like doing the dancer and getting those victory points at the end a little bit more important. This will only score me 6, but does get me past this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put this back. Do this. I will do the rival first, so he goes from 14 to 17. He's running ahead, but I am going to mirror the devotion of the last disc. So mirroring again, I'm not drawing from here. I'm using the mirror opposite, which in this one is 4 devotion.
Yeah.
So I do get one step closer to him. He has not gone further away.
Well played. You are, to paraphrase Kate Bush, you're running up that hill.
I am trying.
Just going to see how many of those I can work in.
I think I've overshot now to 10, math, 15, 26.
But you do have this 2. I don't
think there's any way of me doing it.
You do have a 2. That would make you have to have 24, right?
So I did complete a second. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Let me just math again. 16, 19, 24. So I drafted, this one's great for me. I drafted here, which gives me a devotion because I matched the color and the pip value, but I get 1 devotion for that.
Yeah.
In this round, I will get 12 victory points. Which takes me all the way up to 100.
Which means we actually can. We need to put out these tokens.
Yeah, if you would like to do that.
So I know the next one goes. Next one goes at 125, which is here.
Yeah.
And I believe the next one goes to 170 170.
And while you're doing that, I am just moving the rival up the 3 devotion for completing that goal as well.
Okay.
I think it might behoove me to try and not do another goal. I don't want him getting any further ahead of me.
Yeah.
I also need.
It might be a good idea. I guess it depends. If you think you can get around to another one, but I think you're going to be.
I definitely. Okay, so if I draft in this, well, first let's just E real quick. Let me spin.
This is the one you just did, right? This should be off the board. Yeah.
Correct. It's the one that's over at 70.
Yeah.
If I draft a brown or maroon die this turn, I will have 45 points at the end, meaning I will definitely get to this, if not all the way over to the 70. And this is the highest player die pip, meaning for me, a 5, which would put me over the devotion of my rival. So right. I think
let's this is going to be your last turn. So let's cut over here, Dustin, on our faces. You're going into your last turn.
Uh-huh.
How are you feeling about your chances here? You are trailing into this last quarter.
I appreciate that it is happening on the last turn, but I think that I will actually overtake my rival if I am not an idiot and I gamed this out correctly. Okay. Stay tuned to see if I'm an idiot.
And you can do this without cheating.
And I can do this without cheating. Here we go.
Let's go back.
I am going to draft from F.
Okay.
And if I draft from F, that is a 1. That goes there. That moves the dandiya sticks up to 3. And it's a love match.
It is a love match.
And I get to pip. Is there anything that I shouldn't pip just to make sure? Ooh, shoot. No, we're good. Okay. Cool.
You were so... I actually went to make sure. I was good. Like, is he about to mess himself? Because if you had one more 5 on the board,
yes,
you would have just messed your own self up.
I'm going to make him a 5. And I'm going to make... this blue also feels like it should be a 5. That feels good to me. Great. Yeah, nothing. Checking for goal completion. Let's make sure I didn't accidentally do something. 1, 2, so that one's fine. We didn't do that one.
So close.
4 dice showing even. Again, we just checked that one, so we're good there. Not 5 equaling.
Hold on.
Certainly still nowhere near 6 on the
15,
dress tokens.
9, 10. Yeah, you don't have the exact 12.
Great.
Oh, wait. No.
12 or more on that
Dustin, you have one of them.
You do. If I wouldn't have changed that one, would it have done anything? I don't know.
No, but I believe if it was a 1, it would not have. If it was a 2 or higher, yes, it still would have.
Yeah. Okay. We're going to see what happens.
Yep.
Oh, that wasn't that one. I grabbed the wrong one.
No, it was this one.
It was this one, and it was not the correct pip value for me, which is not great. I will move 5, taking me up to 4. I'm sorry, it takes me up to 5 because I did hit that 100 spot. They move up 3, which isn't great.
Oh, Dustin, I have bad news for you.
Did I also do that one?
You did.
So
yeah, you just caused that by pipping that blue into a 5. You caused it.
Yeah. Well, I'm still feeling good. Still feeling good. I think this will all turn out in my favor.
So that is something to keep in mind. Like there might be times that you're trying not. There are times you're trying not to get those last A goals. Like you're trying. Those A goals can like not by accidentally doing them this way. So you kind of have that interesting strategy of early. You want those A's, right? You want to get those done, right? Because also you don't want to be inadvertently doing them later.
So, I can still win this game.
I believe in you.
All I need is 60 more VP so that I can get to both the 25 and the 70, the 125 and 170.
All right.
And I just need to have 5 or more on both of those.
Okay. So let's
to tie, and if I can get 1-6,
yep,
I will have overtaken my rival in 1.
All right.
So let's
see your scores.
Zoom in and see what happens. So, scoring for the third round. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 that match that. Takes me from 110 to 118. On the dandiya sticks, I have 1, 2, 4.
Wait, how many? Oh, yeah, I got it. Yep.
Times 3 is 12. So, taking me to 20 all the way up to 30. We will pause here. We will complete this devotion marker, which says the highest player pip die pip, which for me is 5. So I move from 16 to 21. I am now within spitting distance of my rival. Down to this one, which is not going to score me many points at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional points. Taking me up to 137. and I think I will have hit 70.
Yeah, go ahead and
So
score your
15 and 15
bombs.
and 15. Hmm?
Go ahead and score
What's
'em.
that one? What actually is that
It's
one?
your last die drafted.
No, it's a 1.
You didn't pay attention.
Son of a... I'm gonna just give myself the VP, so I feel kind of good.
Yeah.
15 from each dancer for a total of 45, which, as we all know, 37 and 45 is 82. 182.
For the record, if you could have gotten yourself to 215, you would have also taken your rival.
I'm more.
Because that would have gotten you one more scoring opportunity. I'm curious what that scoring opportunity would have been. It would have been
Devotion of the Last Disc,
Disc,
which was no, it was a 2, so I still wouldn't have won.
No,
I still wouldn't have even gotten there.
You would have been real close.
Had I have not scored accidentally.
To be
fair, 2 goals in that last round.
Had you looked at the goals, you would not have pipped this die here to a 5.
I would have pipped over here.
You could have literally pipped any other color. If you had pipped any other color, or if you had pipped anything, if you'd pipped yellow or pink, you would have, if you had just pipped that, 1, 2, 3. Did you move up here already?
I did, yeah.
That would have got you 1 away, and that other one, had you made that other chain, had you not, I don't remember what this die was. There was a chance.
Yeah.
That was a 1.
Yeah. Listen.
Hey, so close.
I'm here for a good time. I'm not here to.
Right. I mean, to be fair, it was normal mode. You weren't gonna beat this. You're more of an easy mode kind of person.
I'm certainly not normal. So
it is the lowest score I've seen you score.
Yeah.
But again, on the victory points, because it really does change that dynamic a little.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
All right, so I'm gonna cut over. Here to our faces so we can wrap this up and get a post-game wrap from you. So Dustin, obviously you did your best. You came up short. What do you think you could do different next time, or what's going to be your game plan going forward?
Listen, my opponent played a great game. And the standard is the standard. And sometimes the cookie crumbles and the Pope is Catholic and a bear poops in the woods, and that's just how the cookie, that's just how it is. Yeah. But I am appreciative of my time. My rival played a great game, and I appreciate my participation trophy that I've received, which is actually right here. I appreciate my participation trophy.
I appreciate that. I also have a Jameis Winston quote for you for this moment.
Oh, please.
So, yeah,
please do.
Just pain. It was pain everywhere. So we got to keep pushing through and be resilient. Jameis Winston.
Amazing. A man of words.
All right. So anyway, that was a look at the solo mode. Obviously, there are still things that Chuck and Mahir are tweaking in terms of the points on the cards. Something that Dustin almost tried to spoil, but I pulled him out of. I know Mahir is tweaking some advanced rules for this, so that way, much like the base game, where there's a basic mode and advanced mode, we might have that too. But we've now run through the solo mode a few times. Dustin obviously needed to practice a few times, and even with practice, he still lost. I would like to point out, Dustin, you won in the practice game.
66% win rate.
Right, you won in the practice, and then you lost in the real one. I like to point out that you lost in the round in the one that you made a mistake and cheated on. So what have we learned?
Cheaters prosper.
No,
if they continue cheating.
No.
The entire game.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that's what we've learned. It's fine. We'll discuss the moral of the story later, Dustin. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna be posting this as a reminder. As I said earlier, we're gonna be at Essen, both Dustin and I. Also, we will be the two from Arcane Wonders at
You're leaving
Essen.
real soon.
I leave in less than 24 hours to get on a plane. Mihir, Shailene will be there as well. So we'll be at Hall 2, booth E300. We'll have, if I remember the way I set up the booth, we'll have Raas right on the edge of the booth, so that way people can come by. Even if the table's full, you can see it spinning in all of its glory. We take a look at if enamel pins are your thing, take a look, get your favorite set of dancers, or you know what, get all the dancers. I definitely get some dandiya sticks. Like we've worked out a really good deal to be able to get a lot of these for a good price for everyone, right? And yeah, let's keep rolling. We'll have more about the solo as Chuck and Mihir finish things, and then of course Steve-O and Nadia on our team then make the components prettier than we have, right? And at that point, I'm still hopeful, depending on where we're at, that we might even be able to publish a mod for those who like solo to be able to try during the campaign. No promises there. It really depends on Steve-O and Nadia in terms of getting these pretty. We're not going to put a mod out that's still using these prototype components, right? But all right. So, Dustin, any parting words for the folks at home?
No.
Wise words. I'm going to say, have fun. All right.
And hey, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. All right.